Welcome to my chest and back workouts. If I sound a little off here, it's because I am off. I'm dealing with some congestion in my nose, and I think last week I blew my ear out by blowing my nose too hard. Yeah, and I'm dealing with some allergies too, so I'm taking some medicine, and it's been over a week that I lost my hearing on my left side. Well, meaning I can't hear that good, so I'm only hearing good on my right side. So if I sound off or I'm talking louder than normal, that's the reason. So let's start off. This is my warm-up. I do 3 sets of these cable flies in 3 different planes of motion. The first one, I'm targeting the upper chest. The bottom one, I'm targeting the middle portion of my chest. And then the third one, I'm targeting the lower chest. The first variation, I'm off the bench here. And then the second set, I will sit on the bench, or meaning I'll put my back on the bench. Both are good. I just try to get different contractions. I feel the contractions on both of them, so I do like both of them. I just like to mix it up. And taking a rest here. This is my third set here, so I am getting fatigued. I am fatiguing and activating the muscles before I start my next exercise. And then I superset these with cable bicep curls as well, which you'll see here in a bit. Okay, having an effective warm-up before you start your whatever you're training is the most optimizing way to train. That way you warm up the muscles, activate the muscles you're trying to target that day, and most importantly, you prevent injury, right? Okay, we are at the seated cable bicep curls. Before I start my initial curls, what I like to do for myself is I like to stand almost like I'm deadlifting while the weights are pulling me down, and I'm standing in a straight, erect position where I'm just getting a good stretch throughout my body, through my arms, through my core, and through my posterior chain as well. Okay, so I do 3 sets of 15 here. I do got the right angle, but I feel like I want to sit back some more and get some more range of motion. But I noticed that I'm kind of out of frame here. So you'll notice me here in a second, move the camera here. But yes, I do 3 sets of 15 here. I like to use the cables because I get a nice stretch throughout the movement, and I get some really good contractions on the concentric movement. And I really like how the cables are pulling me down, and so I'm getting a good stretch. I'm getting a good stretch eccentrically, and I'm getting a good concentric contraction at top without any elbow discomfort. Not that I have any, but you got to keep in mind here, I'm just trying to warm up the biceps for the initial chest and bicep training before I hit the weights here. Always have a great effective warm-up routine. Okay, we are at the hammer curls in the same cable machine. These hammer curls are different than your traditional ones you do with dumbbells that you would just turn your hands straight and bring them up and down. I really like this combination because I do get a good contraction throughout the chest and biceps. So you'll notice I got the chest up, leaning back a little bit, and I flare my elbows out here. That way I have more range of motion. Now this exercise specifically works the outer part or the width of your biceps, right? Keep that in mind. And so that's why I do that. Okay, we are at the bench. We are going to warm up with the bar for 10 reps. Today's chest workout is primarily focused on bodybuilding. So you'll notice my setup does look like a strength setup. It is, but last second as I unrack the bar, I do have a strictly bodybuilding form setup, right? So meaning what I'm primarily trying to focus on today are the chest contractions. That's why I have a wide grip. Elbows are flared out more than usual. And look at my leg setup, real flat, back is flat. Really not trying to use no leg drive or anything. That's why you see my heels kind of far away from my glutes. And so just really getting some good chest contractions and really thinking about my movements before I start lifting. I want to keep it running though. Okay, we're gonna do 10 reps here with 95 pounds. My warm-up routine these days is a lot different. I do take a more conservative, cautious approach and more patient approach on my warm-ups instead of just doing the bar for 10 reps and then throwing on 135 right away and then going on to my working sets. I feel like taking this approach does really cater to my training needs right now, and keeping in mind injuries that I've had in the past, taking those things into consideration and just really warming up more effectively is really working for me. So I really do enjoy just taking my time and taking some more extra sets and reps. It's really paying dividends. Okay, we got 115 on the bar for 5 reps. And then after this set, I'm going to do one more set of 135 for about 3 reps. And yes, this is my new bench warm-up routine. And like I said earlier, it's really paying dividends as far as progressing in my training with hypertrophy for my chest, and it allows me to do other things too as well, like trying to get my basketball game back into my life, right? Okay, we got 135 on the bar for 3 reps. Like I was saying earlier, I like this warm-up routine because yes, it's helps me focus on just the bodybuilding contractions, and it really warms up my hands and wrists. I've had wrist injuries before, and so I do like to take a more conservative approach. But I've been trying to implement basketball back in my life with dribbling drills and shooting drills, just to get the fundamentals back. And so weight training doesn't go along with basketball training, so I definitely, there's a reason for the method of my training. Just keep that in mind, folks. All right? Okay, we're about to do our working sets here. Okay, working set time. We got 3x9, 185 on the menu today. First working set here, strictly bodybuilding. Look at the setup here, folks. I really enjoy my new setup here. I do set up how I used to, or meaning like my last training block. I do set up like I'm about to do some strength training, but at the last second, I unrack the bar without retracting. I retract my shoulder blades still, but as I bring out the bar, I let them flare back to its normal place, and I flare my elbows out. And I'm really just trying to focus on the chest contractions here, right? Notice the flat back, no arch in my back. Feet are real flat, no leg drive at all. And you notice my feet are my heels are far away from my glutes. And so that's the reason for this style of benching in this workout. Okay, we are supersetting easy curl, bicep curls with the easy curl bar with the bench. 21 rep style. Here we go, folks.
Thì ở đâu thì cầm cái bài này cho tôi biết kéo xuống không biết đâu.
Oh yeah, 21s, baby. Okay, here we go with burnout sets. We got 175 on the bar for as many as I can get. I usually try to get 10 to 15. I do want to mention I am coming back from an injury, so where I left off in this training block with this training method style, I was progressing. I left off at 215 pounds for 3x9 hypertrophy style. My goal in this training block is to get to 225, 3x10, really just focus on the contractions. I'm not using my legs or arching my back, and just really focus on the chest contractions, right? So the name of the game here is to be patient and not think that I can just come back and pick up where I left off, possibly or most likely injuring myself again, right? Training smarter, getting older, getting more experience, that's always a good thing. I guess that's the best thing about getting older. Okay, second burnout set. We got 135, 45, 55 for as many reps as I can get, trying to aim for 10 to 15. I might get 10 here. I'm also working on my endurance too as well, right? Keeping that in mind too. When you're coming back from injury or hiatus, you're really trying to get that endurance back. And that only comes back with just getting back in the gym and being more consistent and getting back to your regular schedule. Okay, last burnout set, 135. When I was, before the injury, when I was doing this last burnout set, I was averaging about 25, 30. I think I get around 15 here. And so when you're coming back from injury, strength is one aspect of it, and endurance is another aspect too. So they both kind of align here. So I'm not lifting as much as I was before, and I'm not able to lift as long as I was before too as well. But, coming back, you got to be patient with the process, and always remember that, consistency is the key here, right? Okay, reverse bench time, baby. Working set time. Okay, here we go with the working sets. My warm-up is the same as my normal bench from the front. Bar, 95 pounds for 10 reps, 115 for 5 reps, and then 135 for 3 reps. We got 175 loaded here for a 3x9. I do pause on these ones because of just the way this style benching is for me. I feel like I get a better lift overall, and I still do have the same bar path for strength training when I reverse bench. I don't put it on my chest. I think I got like 6 reps here. I do a makeup set here, and then I do my adjustments, and I think I get another 2 sets of 8 or 9. Yeah. All right, redo with the same weight. It's a little harder when you got no music because you're recording your sets. FYI. Okay, so those 4 reps were to make up for the first set, equaling a set of 10. I didn't mention where my numbers were for my regular bench before I got hurt. So my numbers for my reverse bench were 195 3x10. So for my objective for bench and reverse bench is to try to keep them as equal as possible, whether training for strength or for hypertrophy. Okay, here we go with set 2. I do get 8 reps here, and I was content with that for the most part, but I do start talking at the end of the video here, and you can't hear me that well, so I'll just go ahead and dialogue what I was saying. My timing's off. You can see me slip there as I'm setting up. But look how I do slide back too far than I should, and look how far I have to unrack this bar. From flush on the rail all the way out, and then look where my bar pack is, right on my sternum. I actually passed my sternum, so I felt like I was lifting I felt like I had to lift it about a foot out, and so I felt like my timing was off here. I felt like there was some power leakage a little bit here. That's why you'll see a couple of hitches on the last 2 reps, and I do talk about feeling my hamstring on my right side working way too much, and so that's how I know my timing and my grooves are off. But I'll definitely take those 8 reps. It's just good to get on the bar benching this way too. So I'm glad I chose that weight. That was some weight that I can bench sufficiently at, and so we'll work on it. I'm actually looking forward to benching on a new bench where I don't have to unrack so far because of the bench. Okay, we got 3 burnout sets here. We got 135, 45, 55, 60, 165, I believe, on the bar here. I forgot how many reps I get here. So when I do these burnout set reps, I still pause at the bottom here, just because the way, the style of how the reverse bench goes for me. I have tried touch and go before, but I feel like the stability wasn't there for me, so I can't go as fast as I do my regular bench, and the chances of the bar slipping is I feel higher chance of it slipping. So when I do this, when I do the burnouts for this, I do approach it at a more cautious level, because the last thing you want to do is have that bar slip, especially if it's reverse style. So yeah. Okay, here we go. We're working set 2. We got 135, 45, 155 loaded on the bar. I think I got 6 reps here. I am starting to feel the fatigue here. And also, I didn't mention at the beginning of the video, this workout is a workout with no pre-workout. Yes, no pre-workout. And if you truly know me, I really enjoy and love taking pre-workout during my workouts. I probably could have got a few more reps had I been on pre-workout, but I got to the gym late, and I didn't want to take any pre-workout and not be able to sleep good at an early morning start. So definitely gonna take these reps, and yeah. Okay, last burnout set here, 135. I think I get 9 or 10 reps. Feeling really fatigued here, hungry, no pre-workout as well, and so don't have that same intensity. But the trade-off here with better quality sleep is the method to go here, and yes, the trade-off is worth it, and so I'm just gonna have to be content with these reps. And yes, sir. One more, bud. Reverse bench, superset, reverse curl, easy curl style. this whole damn time. Fuck. It's time to take my hoodie off. Oh yeah, I'm fucking hungry.